If you love impressive subwoofer bass and you want it to be a part of your car audio listening experience, I'm sure the following question has come across your mind when purchasing a vehicle. Should I get the factory premium system upgrade? Oftentimes, this upgrade to the highest trim level for audio includes a subwoofer, but on a newer vehicle, usually at the expense of several thousands of dollars. Is it worth it, or is there a better solution? In my opinion, if your goal is mainly to add bass and the choice is between a factory premium system or an aftermarket loaded subwoofer solution, aftermarket is the way to go. Why is that though? Hey everyone, I'm Mark. Welcome to CarAudioFabrication. Here on this channel, we learn how to master car audio and how to design, build, and install our dream car audio system. Here's 5 reasons to go with the aftermarket loaded subwoofer solution as opposed to the factory premium upgrade. So the first reason that I would choose a loaded aftermarket subwoofer solution over the factory premium system is because of customization and available options. When you go with the factory premium system, you're really locked into that one tier of performance. But with an aftermarket solution, you can really choose what is right for you. Maybe you are looking for a simple, modest bass upgrade that sounds perfect and acoustically accurate and is also compact. There are plenty of different options out there that meet this application, and you can also choose a matching amplifier. And some of these solutions even have the amplifier built in. Or what if your goal is a more substantial bass upgrade for more output with multiple subwoofers and far more cone area? There are again multiple different options for this as well. You also have options for choosing a ported or a sealed enclosure depending on what your application is. The point is, right off the bat, you can choose a solution that specifically matches your exact system goals. Now, a quick side note, when it comes to choosing a loaded subwoofer solution, you're of course going to want to compare and contrast all of the different features, and for this, I recommend our show sponsor, Crutchfield. On the Crutchfield website, you can choose several different loaded subwoofer models and compare their dimensions, frequency response, RMS power rating, and more. Crutchfield also has an amazing US-based customer support team ready to assist you and answer your questions. Better yet, they've also helped out our community and hooked us up with a special offer so that you can save on your next car audio purchase. If you guys would like to learn more, be sure to check out the links down in the video description. The next reason to choose an aftermarket loaded subwoofer solution, simply put, as long as you purchase from a quality manufacturer, the construction of the subwoofer enclosure itself is going to be far better. In the OEM automotive world, weight is the enemy, as weight hurts fuel economy. Vehicle manufacturers look to shave every last gram off the weight of the vehicle that they can. The problem though is when it comes to subwoofer enclosures, weight is our friend. The more dense and rigid a material is, the less prone it is to resonance. With factory premium systems, the enclosures are often a thin plastic material, oftentimes so thin that they can be easily flexed simply by pushing on them with a finger, which means when you're playing the subwoofer, there's likely going to be a loss in acoustic energy. And then there's also the potential for vibration noise issues when you're playing the subwoofer at its limit. With aftermarket loaded enclosures like this one from JL Audio, the enclosure is made with thick, dense MDF materials, and plenty of internal bracing is included. Now, weight is not the only thing that vehicle manufacturers are looking to save when they go about designing a vehicle. They're of course also looking to save money. I previously worked at a tier 1 automotive supplier, and trust me when I say, if a vehicle manufacturer can save just 1 cent on production of a part or a component in a vehicle, they are definitely going to try to save that cent. What this means is even though you as the consumer are paying more for the factory premium system, you can be sure that the manufacturer of the vehicle has pushed back on the supplier of the audio components to ensure that they are getting them at the lowest possible price, which means the supplier of those parts is going to make sure they remove as much cost as possible. Now, with aftermarket loaded subwoofer solutions, there are of course the same driving business factors to keep costs down, but there's also one more very important factor, and that is competition. Aftermarket car audio companies truly want to provide the best listening experience and the most reliable solution for their end users, because if they don't, well, you're just going to go buy from the other guy that does. Again, this is all just my opinion, but you have to take into account that when you are buying that factory premium system, you really only have one choice as the consumer. And again, the goal there when they are designing that system is oftentimes what is most inexpensive rather than necessarily what performs the best. Long story short, with an aftermarket loaded subwoofer, you are likely to get far better materials. As an example, longer lasting cone and surround materials, more advanced design with the enclosure and the components of the subwoofer itself, along with more advanced design details, etc. Now, reason number 4 to choose an aftermarket loaded subwoofer solution is power. Much like weight and cost savings, vehicle manufacturers also look to reduce the electrical load as much as possible. Most factory premium systems are only a few hundred watts. Obviously, with more power, we're likely to achieve more performance, but with that said, we do not want to exceed the capabilities of the vehicle. To make sure that we don't exceed the limits of the OEM electrical system, be sure to check out this past video that I made on the channel. Now finally, reason number 5 to choose an aftermarket loaded subwoofer solution, and this is something that I talk about quite often here on the channel. Car audio gear can be looked at as an investment, as you can always uninstall it and take it from vehicle to vehicle. If you pay the extra money, especially when you're buying a new vehicle for that higher trim level premium audio package, when you go to sell that vehicle, all of that gear is leaving with the vehicle. Now, of course, being that higher trim level, it may add some resale value to the car as a used vehicle, but let's be honest, you're definitely never going to recoup that cost. With aftermarket car audio gear, we can easily uninstall it and reinstall it into a new vehicle. In fact, this is oftentimes a service that many professional car audio shops will offer in addition. This is one of the other reasons that I really believe in the buy once, cry once mentality of just buying quality car audio gear from the get-go, because you can look at it as an investment that you can use through several builds in the future. This is something that I myself have oftentimes done. I've had many different pieces of car audio gear that I've used in multiple different vehicles. Now, with all that said, there are of course a couple of benefits with going with that factory premium system. One, you have to consider that it's usually not only a subwoofer upgrade, but you're also usually getting an upgrade to the rest of the speakers in the system as well. It's also worth considering that oftentimes the subwoofer is built into the vehicle. It's not going to take up any additional cargo space. But with that all said, if these are important details to you, you can of course also upgrade all of your speakers to aftermarket, add aftermarket amplifiers and digital signal processors, and oftentimes achieve a far better level of performance. You can also pick a far more integrated subwoofer solution, as those are available aftermarket as well. And you usually don't need to purchase the factory premium system anyhow, as the lower trim levels of the vehicle are still designed to allow this to fit. So I'd love to hear from you guys though. Are there additional reasons to choose aftermarket over the factory premium system? Don't forget, next time you're picking out car audio gear, our show sponsor Crutchfield makes the process easy. If you want to learn more and take advantage of a special offer for Car Audio Fabrication fans, check out the link down in the video description. A big thanks to them, along with Jerry and the Patreon membership team, for making these videos possible, and thank you for tuning in and watching.